Hello and welcome to the show. Okay, so in our last video on London, Accelerated London, we were looking at this book and we did the Queen B6 line. We looked at one game by Sergeev versus Cernousek in 2008. We're going to look at another game this time, also from 2008, but let's refresh our memories, shall we? Let's refresh our memory. D4, D5, bishop F4, knight F6, E3. Okay, so here we go, C4. If we remember correctly, when we see something like this, when the opponent is not going for an early E6, we are going to be cautious of our move order. Now I believe we can still play C3 here, right? Yes. And after he brings out the knight, do we look at the queen to B6? Did we look at that? Yeah, we did look at that earlier. So queen to B6, we're gonna bring out the queen to C2. Huh? We can also go queen B3, obviously. Okay, but anyway, the move order is important. We want to bring out the B knight to D2, not the G knight to F3. That is quite important. And why? Well, he said in the book, he said the reason was explained in chapter 10, which has to do with move orders. That chapter focuses all on move orders. So let us have a look. Okay. Today we're going to look at another game from 2008, Sedlak versus Todorovic. Alright, so that is game number 16. Alright, D4, D5. Same thing. Bishop F4, C5, E3. This is... Now he talks about the reverse Alvin counter gambit with 3E4 is white's other option, which is looked at in games 12 through 14 of the book. So Alvin counter gambit, huh? Reverse Alvin counter gambit. This is something. But we're not going to look at this today. We'll look at this down the road. I want to continue with these queen to B6 lines. So E3, knight C6, C3, queen B6. Okay, now he goes early. Goes early on. Queen B3, and he pushed the pawn. So exchanging on B3 just gives white the better ending. Right. So black does this. White will have a better ending. Why? Why will white have a better ending? That is important to know. Let's take a look. What might happen? Well, black still has to develop his king side. Still has to develop bishop. Where's this bishop gonna go? F5 most likely. Could go to G4. All of those are a possibility. What's white gonna do? Wow. It's gotta be careful. No, it could develop to C. The bishop could develop to C, to D3. So even if he pushes, we take, you take, we can take, yeah, that seems okay. So is there a move like here? Can the bishop go to e6? It looks counterintuitive. It looks strange. But if you're going to develop on the king side, develop fianchetto, the bishop, possibilities, yeah. It's gonna go here. If he wants to bring the bishop there, could cause problems. Could cause problems. This bishop probably gonna just attack this, pin this knight. Alright, let's take a look quickly at what the engine says. Wow, engine says to do this. F6. Why would you play F6? F6. I don't know. Try to fight for this square. Try to fight here. That's insane. This I don't understand. Here's one idea. Well, remount. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is wild stuff. I guess move your pawns one at a time, one square at a time, little by little, little by little. Black does have some space. It's a strange looking. Strange. Okay. Alright, so. Okay, let's go back here. Where are we in the book? Alright, Queen B3, C4. Right. So, Queen goes to C2. Knight F6. Black tries a familiar trick. So, move is Knight F6. If Black tries Bishop F5 here, what? We're not going to back down. Why would he? That doesn't make sense. Really? They want? He mentions that? Really? That's a move, huh? Bishop F5. Why? Oh, take it. Then you can take the pawn on B2. Wow. So what's... If Black tries a familiar trick, Bishop F5, we are not going to back down. White has the unexpected. Queen takes F5. Bishop, Queen takes B2. Queen takes D5. Queen takes A1. Queen B5. Exclamation. Alright, let's check that out. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no. Okay, Queen takes B2. Queen takes D5. Mess up that pawn structure. What are we doing now? What is the plan? Queen takes A1. Oh my goodness. And then Queen B5. Protecting the knight. Attacking the B7 pawn. And pinning the knight. Oh, that's interesting. How cool is that? So, Black castles. Bishop takes C4. Why not? Let's gobble up a pawn. Bishop takes C4. Looking at this one. Oh, this would be a nice square to get to. How do we get there? What do we do? What do you try to do after that? Get him out there, castle. This knight is probably better on F3. Let's take a look at. There's takes 4. So Black plays what? What does Black play? Black here plays E5. Yes, E5. e5. Wow. Well, it attacks white's bishop and opens the diagonal for dark squared bishop. That could be helpful. What do? Can't take it with the pawn. That was a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure down here. So I guess you move back. Do you attack to bring this pawn down so the knight can't move there? Knight has to go to e7. Is that the idea? Is that what we're trying to do with this? Now there's a choice. Oh, a choice. So move 11. Knight e2 will eventually trap black's queen, right? And lead to a totally unbalanced game. E takes f4. Let's take a look. Shall we take a look? Boom, 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 boom. E takes f4. E takes f4. Castle. What am I doing? You know, I really should use this to put the book on, so it's easier to read, and I don't have to hold it so precisely. Let's hopefully that works. Alright, I'm gonna have to move this over here. There you go. You can do it. Thank you. Okay, where are we? Hold on. I need to move this. Oh, I'm on castles. Okay. A6. Castles. Oh, it's H6. Whoops. A6. Oh. No. A6. Okay. Queen I6. Queen attacked by A6. Queen is attacked by A6. Queen B6. Right? Go here. Up B6. Gotta stay on that. Gotta stay on that file. Why? Is there any good? Are there good squares? Here? Check? That's not good? That's not good, huh? Well, I guess black gets out of the way. Now what? But you let the queen escape? Is that the problem? Maybe that's the problem. Okay. Bishop d6. Knight d2. Bishop c7. Queen b3. Wow. How cool is that? That's a nice little setup. I can also make, let me get back to move 11. Okay. Now, white can also take a more strategic route with bishop takes e5. Why? Oh, knight takes it, queen takes it, huh? This is all pretty nice, interesting. I want to go back to the main line first. The main line of this game anyway. So knight f6, knight d2, knight h5. Now we attack the bishop. So what if we do that? Is that a good idea? Well, there are still some games, but now it allows this. Wow. They all play bishop f5. And then he has to go down the queen. Queen is running out of squares. Has to go to c1. Interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Okay. So anyway, see, this is something I've seen before. In these positions, white goes to g5 instead of g3. I don't know if it always works, but I have seen it a couple of times now. Bishop g5, h6. Of course, we're going to retreat a little bit. Bishop h4, g5. We really want to get rid of that knight, that bishop, huh? So, and the other thing I've seen about this type of idea is you let black take the bishop because you are going for that knight. Yes. So bishop, knight g7. This is wild stuff. These are things I wouldn't think to play. Move the knight there. The king side's kind of chaotic. Where's the dark square bishop going? You know? Wow. Very cool. Is there anything else? Okay. I think that's alright. Let's take a look one last time. So, bring out the knight first. In the other game, let's bring out the knight first. What did black do though? Because here black is bringing out the queen so early. What did black do in the other game? Let me take a look. It's hard to remember everything, right? Okay. So I guess the difference is okay. The difference is the knight. The f6 knight. The knight on f6. That's the difference. The knight on f6 is the difference. Okay. So black can bring out the queen right away, or it can move the knight first. Okay. Good to know. Alright. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.